Morning guys, this is Dwayne Lulu with Spots and Dots. So this morning we're not fishing. This morning we're changing the brakes on my daughter's 2012 Nissan Altima. So if you haven't subscribed to Spots and Dots yet, subscribe. If you like this video, hit me up with some likes and share it. But if you like fishing videos, go see some of my fishing videos. But anyways, we're going to jump right into it, and first thing we're going to show you is where the jack is located on this vehicle. Alright, so here's the trunk. Right side of the car, left side of the car as it faces forward. You go in here, in the right hand side, lift up your mats. It's like a piece of cardboard right there. You get underneath that cardboard and your jack sits in that corner right there. I've already taken it out. And there's your spare tire right there. But that is where your jack sits, alright? So I already got that out, and go ahead and close this trunk back up and get started on the tire. Alright, so we've got our jack in place. I'm going to go ahead and use my torque wrench to jack this thing up that fits on that. So if you got that to use it. If not, it comes with a wrench. This is what comes with the car right here. Take you a little bit longer to do it this way, but anyways, before you jack this thing up, set your emergency brake or chock your rear wheels, however you want to do it, and I'm gonna go ahead and lift this dude up. All right, almost got it off the ground. There we go. So got it off the ground. Show y'all the exact spot. If I get up underneath here, y'all can see that. That's where that jack goes. Right here on this, there's an edge right here. And the way this jack, there's a groove in there, and it fits right in this groove. So you don't go way up underneath there. You're right here on this edge. Alright, that's where you jack it up. You want to get you something to put up underneath here also, whether it's a block or whatever it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get something put up underneath here and make sure this car is secured just in case it goes to falling while I'm working on it. Alright, so I got my block underneath there. Make sure it's under something solid. Make sure it's not under your oil pan or your transmission or anything like that, but do make sure it's on something solid. And that's just a good way to be safe, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get this tire off. Alright, an impact wrench. The old Milwaukee made quick work of these lug nuts. I used a 21mm. Okay, so we got that pulled off. Here's our brake caliper. That's our brake pad right here. This is what we're going to be getting to. So in order to do this job, all you need to disconnect, take off, is this bolt right here. And the same one, the same size right down there. Alright, there's two more. There's one right here. And there's another one back there the same size as that one down here. But you don't need to take those off. You don't need to take the whole thing apart. All you need to take is just this piece off. And then you can change your brake pads by doing that. Once you get your caliper off, you may want to put something right here to set this on, because it's going to be connected to this hose. So we're going to get something set it here, or we can set it up on top of here. I might just set it up on top of here and get it out the way. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get this thing off. Alright, we got those two broke loose. So you can either use a 14mm. Use a 14mm. I use the closed inside wrench because I can't get my impact behind here. It's not enough room. So use 14mm or a 9/16. They both fit it. Break them loose. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Don't forget it. So broke these loose. We'll go ahead and take these out right here. They're both broke loose. Take them out, we'll get them bolts out, and we'll be able to pull this off. Sometimes you may want to get a little screwdriver and pry them off a little bit, but we're going to get to that and take it off. Alright, pull them off. These little bitty short bolts, so don't lose them. Put them where you're not going to lose them. If you want, you can put them right back in here till you're ready to put it back on. That way you won't lose them. I like to do that a lot of times, but anyways, got them set over here to the side where I know where they're at. And if you want, take you a picture, however you want to do it. But anyways, pull these brake pads right out. They just come right on out. Alright, there's one. You can see it is way down. So pull that one off, and like I said, take you a picture. You know how it goes back on there. Alright, so we got that one off. Back here and pull the other one off. Alright, if you want, again, take you a picture. That way you know how it goes back in there, however you need to do it. If you're pretty mechanically inclined, you won't need to take a picture, but if you're not, hey, there's no shame in taking a picture. That's what you got the cell phones for nowadays. So, alright, take them off, get your new brake pads, put them back in. Alright guys, so we got them pulled off, got our new ones in place. If you remember, take that picture. Alright, so the thin side, you see the metal in the brake, the thin side sticks out. The big fat side goes against the rotor. Alright, so this is the brake. This makes contact with the rotor, this side. When we pulled that off, this tab was on the up side. So this pad goes in just like this. Alright guys, that's it. Nothing to it. Alright, and you go ahead and you put the other one in on the other side. Now these things come with new clips. If these clips aren't broken, I don't ever replace them on any vehicles that I change brakes on. Alright, if they still look good to me, I just don't change them. So it's up to you. You can change them if you want. They still in good shape, they still gonna work. Alright, so go ahead and get your other brake pad and put it in on the other side. Alright guys, so you get your other brake pad. This is the spot that's going to make contact with the rotor on the inside. So there's the tab that sticks out. Both of them face up. So make sure when you go put it back on, this tab is up. You just put it back in the same spot the old one came out of. There they are. They're both in there, ready to go back. The caliper's ready to go back on there. So next, what we got to do, we got to press this caliper in, and I'm going to show you how to do that, guys. Alright, so in order to push this caliper in, this piece right here, because it's going to need to be pushed in to fit over these pads. Alright, so get you a C-clamp. I got one that is not quite wide enough, not quite big enough. So first of all, get you one that's going to be big enough. And there's a nut back here that you want this piece to go on. This nut right here, you want it to fit over that, but mine's not quite wide enough. But anyways, you take the old brake pad and you put it flush against the outside of this here little caliper ram, whatever you want to call it, piston. It's a piston. So you put it flush up against that, take your C-clamp and you just tighten down on it. And you see it pushing in. It's pushing in that piston. When you get it pushed in far enough where it needs to be, then you can put it over those brakes. It won't come back out unless you go in there and hit the brakes. So once you get it pushed in, don't hit your brakes, or you're going to be redoing this process over again. So let's go ahead and crank it down. And put that old brake pad in there just to get an even push against this whole thing. That's why you got to use something to put in there. You can't just use this because it's not going to be even. Alright, so that's in there. And back them off. Get this off of there. Now we can put this caliper back over the brake pads. Alright, so I just took it down, flipped it over, and put it right here and line it up on these. These should push in. You see that? If you can't quite get it in, these will push in, and that will allow you to line all this up. I'm trying to hold my phone and do it at the same time. I can't. I'm gonna have to put the phone down, get it lined up, and show you when it's lined up. But like I said, this will push in, and that bottom one will push in also. You get it lined up, and hand screw your bolts back in. Don't tighten them all the way down yet, just hand screw them in a little bit. Okay, so I got it lined up, put my bolts in. I turned them as much as I could with my fingers, turn them. So I don't know what the specific torque is on tightening these. I do know I tightened them pretty good. When I took them off, I actually put that wrench on there and was pow, pow, hitting it with the bottom of my palm to get them broke loose. So I do know they are pretty tight. I don't know the specific torque on them. So if you want to look that up and get you a torque wrench, hey, have at it, guys. So anyways, hand tighten them down as much as I could. Now I'm going to put my wrench back on it and tighten them down. Alright, tighten them down, and that is it, guys. It is not a hard job at all. The biggest thing is pressing that caliper back in. That's probably the hardest part. So put your tire back on, tighten down your lug nuts, set them down, and go do the other side. You do not do one side without doing the other. So that's just the way it goes with brakes. You get a set of 4 brake pads because you're doing the left and the right side. So that's how you change it. Alright guys, so I just wanted to show y'all this real quick because of the difference of the left side of the car and the right side of the car. You're still going to do lefty loosey, righty tighty, but now that you're on the left side of the car, lefty loosey, you're going to be pushing this wrench towards the back of the car. Okay, so if this thing, imagine your box wrench is straight up, and if it was straight up on the right hand side, you would be going forward with it, but we're on the left hand side. So when we're on the left hand side, if it's straight up, you're going to be going back to loosen it. Okay, so when you tighten it, you're going to be going this way. It's still lefty loosey, righty tighty. It's just on the opposite side of the car, so they're turning a different way. And that's about the only difference I wanted to show y'all. Alright, got my tire back on. Little tip, I always put my lug nuts on by hand first and give them a few good threads. If you're using an impact wrench, do not put the lug nut inside your socket and go to put it on there and tighten it down, because if you don't get it lined up right, you just ruined you some threads. Alright, so always put them on first, make sure they're in there good, make sure they're not cross threaded and whatnot, and then you can tighten them down if you're using an impact wrench. Alright, here we go. Pull your brick out or whatever you got underneath there for safety. Pull it out and lower that dude down. You'll be done. Alright guys, so we're all done. I appreciate you watching. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, but the other side is the exact same process. So I don't see any need in showing you the other side, but we're all done. If you like it, give me some likes, share it, and if you like fishing videos, go to Spots and Dots and watch some of my fishing videos. So, till next time, guys, y'all have a good one.